What's going on, guys? It is Friday. It's April 20th, 2018. It's been about a couple of months since I've last done a full update in regards to my contest prep run. And I have a pretty important announcement to make, and that is I decided that I'm going to stop this contest prep. And that comes with a mixed bag of emotions. A lot of emotions I'm still trying to kind of go through and kind of, come to terms with. But, on one side of the coin, I'm feeling defeated. I'm feeling pissed off, angry. I'm sad, disappointed, and also a little embarrassed. And as a 3D muscle journey coach, the last thing that I want to do is to fail or to let any of my fellow coaches down, let my family down, let the 3DMJ community as a whole down. So I'm feeling, a little embarrassed because I am stopping this contest prep. But on the other side of the coin, I'm very content with this decision, and probably not a good feeling, but a huge feeling that I'm having right now is I feel relieved. And I'm also excited and pretty happy because of this decision. And I think it really allows me to open up some better doors for myself in the future. So basically, just a lot of emotions that I'm kind of still going through. But the decision why I decided to put this prep down, last year, 2017, half of 2016, I was contest prepping. I was dieting for a year and a half, never made it to the stage, and for in-depth reasons for that, you can go to, I can't remember what podcast number it is, but I'll go ahead and I'll caption it in this video. But you can get all the information there, like a lot of the context there. But I never made it to the stage, and it was a huge learning experience. I gained a lot out of it. Of course, I was disappointed I didn't make it to a competitive stage. I did guest pose. My family did get to see me do my thing and put on a good show. So that was, exciting. That was awesome. And to be honest, it was, just as fun, if not more fun, than when I competed at Worlds in 2014, even though I wasn't at my best. I was far from it. But I had a great time, a great experience, and I don't have any regrets about going through that, that prep from 2016 through 2017. The bonus, I guess, I did lose 30 pounds, or close to 30 pounds, I should say. So, I got to a more healthy body weight. I learned a lot of good habits and good behaviors through that process that are still kind of with me now. And I'm really excited that I'll probably be able to carry those good behaviors, once my bodybuilding career is over, in a sense, keeping and sustaining, I should say, a healthy and an ideal body weight. So I'm really grateful for going through the process. I did learn a lot, but a big part of me feels like, that I failed because, again, I didn't even make it to a competitive stage. And I've been doing a lot of thinking and kind of soul searching as to my why. Like, why do I do what I do? Like, why am I, trying to compete? Why am I doing contest prep? Like, what is my why? And I think, when I started prepping in 2016, a big part of my why was trying to get to the Worlds, trying to take, going to the top 3, trying to better that placement from 2014 where I placed 4th. So a lot of my why was coming from a competitive aspect. Like, I wanted to better those placings and to potentially challenge for a world class title. And I think that was a lot of my why when I first started bodybuilding, was that drive to win, that drive to get notoriety. And my 2009 through 2014 preps, my why kind of got shifted, and I think it was a good shift in a sense that my why was more about enjoying the process, and experiencing the process with others, sharing the stage with others. And 2009, meeting the guys here at 3D Muscle Journey. 2011, sharing the stage with the guys at 3D Muscle Journey, and same thing in 2014. Like, that was a huge part of my why. So I truly loved every second of what I was doing. And basically in 2016 through the end of 2017, that why kind of got shifted back to my early days, where that drive to win, that drive to place high became too much of the priority. And I think I just lost a little bit of my edge because I wasn't enjoying the process as much. And of course, you throw in the mix that I would say I was dealing with more aches, pains, injuries than at any other time in my bodybuilding journey. So that made training really rough. It made the prep really rough, as well as I was facing a little bit of life stress here and there that was making the prep pretty challenging. So there was a lot I was facing, but I think again that why is, I think I just kind of lost the right perspective for me personally. Not to say that winning shouldn't be, a good fuel source, but for me personally, I think when winning becomes the primary fuel source, the engine just doesn't run too well on that type of fuel. And that's basically, I think, looking in hindsight, what's kind of happened. And I think even with this 2018 prep, I didn't really realize this until the last couple of weeks. So getting to this prep, it started out really well. From January to mid-February, it made good progress as far as fat loss. Things were going well in that regards. Hit a little bit of a snag when I got sick. At the end of February and early March, got sick, came back for about 3 weeks, started progressing again, and then I got sick again recently, where it literally took me out of the gym for 2 weeks. And what kind of sucks is that on our family vacation to Disneyland, I was sick the entire time. So a little bit miserable for me, but my kids loved Disneyland, so that was a good thing. But me personally, it was just rough, not training, feeling terrible, and then coming back into the gym. I can definitely tell that I lost some good fullness to my physique. Not to say I lost true muscle mass, but I did lose some fullness. And my strength levels, are definitely declined because of the illness. So it put me in a rough spot. I thought, okay, I can take a week, train heavy, eat a bit more food, like stop the deficit for about a week, eat some more food, regain some fullness, regain a little bit of that lost strength. But what really kind of put the nail in the coffin for me was I took some progress pictures, and I compared what I was looking like at this current body weight versus the same body weight back in 2014, which was by far my best ever physique and prep, and just noticeable differences in my lower body, especially in my hamstrings, where basically I can tell that I actually regressed. And the last thing I want to do is get on stage not looking the part. And I put too much time and effort into this to get on stage not looking the part. And when I took a step back and really thought about, okay, why is this like this? Why are my legs behind? And if it's any of my athletes, basically I would have told them a while back, hey, you know what? Your training really isn't going that well. You're not performing that well. Basically due to aches and pains, your lower body training isn't consistent. You've regressed with some of the performance, and that's the reason why we're kind of seeing what we're seeing. So we basically need to take a step back, put the prep on hold, get out of the deficit, get yourself recovered and get that performance back up to speed, and give it some time. Basically, train, in a little bit of a surplus, and give it some time so you can regain what you lost, and then build upon that, and then come back when you're physically, mentally, and emotionally in a much better environment, to run a contest prep. So that's something that I would tell my clients. But when it comes to yourself, sometimes you can get blinded by your own desire, your own dedication, your discipline, basically the 3Ds. Like, because I am a committed person, because I do have a lot of drive, and because I don't want to fail, I want to succeed, that was clouding my judgment. And it took getting sick, and kind of really kind of having to take that step back. And when I did, it really kind of just gave me a lot of clarity, and just seeing again those comparison photos, it was kind of like exactly what I needed to see to basically look more at the big picture. And the big picture is, okay, take that step back, stop the contest prep, get yourself out of the deficit, get yourself recovered. So immediately go into a recovery phase, recovery diet. So what I did is added 700 calories to my total, eliminated all my cardio, and focused all my attention on the weight room, on my performance. And since making this decision a couple of weeks ago, already I'm seeing huge differences, and just in my overall well-being. Like, mentally, I'm happier. Like, I'm in a better mood. I have more energy. My aches and pains, my lower body is feeling magnificent. So I was able to implement deadlifts yesterday for the first time in quite a while. So overall, just physically feeling a lot better. I am dealing with a little bit of a shoulder issue, but that looks like it's steadily improving as well. So it's pretty magical how food will cure a lot of things, and getting out of that deficit. But just, even like libido, I'm noticing that has drastically improved since the calories have come up. So again, just overall, I can tell that this is so far, this is why I'm excited about my decision. Like, everything, like physically, mentally, emotionally, has really kind of done a 180. And another thing too is that I'm going to be 47 in June, and there isn't much time left for me as far as this bodybuilding journey of trying to improve. Like, I don't want to just linger on in a deficit, try to compete this year, and waste more valuable time. Because as far as improving my physique, I still think there's a little bit left there that I might be able to squeeze out, and I need to give it a shot. So I need to basically, again, stop prep, stop the deficit, and take the time to see if I can improve my physique, and then come back at a later date, and do this prep thing again when I'm in a better environment to do so. And not to mention too that on a personal standpoint, there are some things in life that I need to focus on that are going on. And not to say that I can't focus on those things when I'm prepping, but when you're not in a deficit and you're not hyper focused on the contest prep, it just allows more energy to take care of those things that are a little higher up on that priority list. So that I'm excited about too, that and really feel good about, like, okay, I'm taking care of what I need to take care of on the personal level. So that's kind of where I'm at. And again, now that I've taken this step back, and my why, I think I've regained my why. What is the best fuel source for me for this bodybuilding journey? And what I'm really excited about is that now I know what my why is again. It's like the clarity is there. It's better than it was. That when I go to get back on stage, probably in 2019, I need to make sure I keep my why in perfect perspective and keep it in check, and to not lose sight of that, like I did when I headed into that 2016 prep. And now that this prep is officially over and there's a lot more clarity now with this decision, of course, I'm still going through some of those mixed emotions that I mentioned earlier in the video, about the feeling defeated, the disappointment, the anger and the embarrassment. But at the same time, like I said earlier, I'm very excited about the future and the relief that I've gotten the last 2 weeks. It's been an awesome feeling to have, and it's actually allowed me to enjoy bodybuilding again. I didn't realize that I wasn't enjoying it as much as I should have been, and now that prep's kind of been relieved, I'm really motivated to bodybuild again, meaning trying to actually improve my physique from a big picture perspective. And what I mean by that is, yes, when you're contest prepping, you're leaning down and your physique is shaping up, week to week, day to day, because you're getting leaner, you're seeing improvements, but those aren't like true improvements, meaning building more muscle and building the physique in that capacity. And that's something that I've missed for close to 2 years now. And again, when you're approaching 47 years of age, and that window is getting much smaller as far as the capability of actually improving the physique from the big picture perspective. Again, I just don't want to waste too much time, so I want to bodybuild as long as I possibly can, and when I'm done bodybuilding, then I can enjoy the fruits of my labor and run contest preps, and to showcase and to reveal all that lean tissue that I've built over the last 30 plus years. So I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully, not hopefully, but this is the last video of the 2018 contest prep run. I will try to start another series which would showcase my game plan and my progress through the off season. So really do appreciate everything, guys, and any questions, any comments, of course, feel free to leave them below, and I'll do my very best to get to you as quick as I can.